Julian Sayin, redshirt freshman from Carlsbad, California, leading the nation at 80% completion rate, 2,188 yards, 23 touchdown passes, 3 interceptions. Julian Sayin in a shotgun with Jackson next to him, and Sayin's going to throw. Cocks the arm and throws up the left side where it's caught by Max Clare. Gets to the 50 and knocked down at the Purdue 48 is Max Clare by safety Taj Rael. First down to the former Boilermaker Jeremiah Smith in the backfield along with Isaiah West. Surrounding quarterback Julian Sayin, who gets the snap. Screens it to Smith right side of the 50 behind a blocker to the Purdue 45. And he is cut down right at that spot, the 45, by cornerback Smiley Bradford. Isaiah West off the left hip of Julian Sayin, who's going to throw. Pressure coming, and Sayin hit, and he is sacked right around the Ohio State 48-yard line, and is Manny Powell, who comes in there, linebacker, to make the sack, a senior who lists Columbus as his hometown.
Yeah, it looked like Isaiah West was attempting to block Manny Powell there, ran him over, and Purdue comes up with a sack. You know, one of the keys I talked about, protecting the quarterback. That time we didn't get it done, and Purdue picks up their 22nd sack of the season.
3rd and 13, Ohio State at their own 49. Snap to Sayin, back at his own 39 to pass. Sayin looks and he fires middle of the field, and Mylan Graham can't grab it. Knocked away from him at the Purdue 33-yard line, and the Boilermakers able to get that play broken up by Taj Rael, their safety.
Looked like Julian could have thrown to Graham, and then he also had Brandon Ennis a little bit deeper on that route. He went with the underneath route, and as soon as Graham was trying to catch that football, he got drilled, and the ball came out.
Joe McGuire in to punt for the Buckeyes, averaging 41.1 per. T.J. Donaldson in the backfield with quarterback Julian Sayin in a shotgun. And on 3rd down, Sayin back to throw. Shoots that up the left side, and it's caught by Brandon Ennis, who's taken down at the Ohio State 40. Coming up the left side, Brandon Ennis with a catch, stopped by defensive back Smiley Bradford, but it's enough for a Buckeye first down.
That was a nice fingertip catch there by Brandon Ennis. The ball was a little bit high, but he was able to pull that down for his 19th reception of the season.
Resettles into a shotgun, fakes a handoff, tosses a quick pass out the right side. Now it's caught at the 50 by Jeremiah Smith, who was interfered with, but despite that, he makes the grab.
Pass interference, defense number 4. First down at the spot of the foul.
I'll tell you what, Jim, Jeremiah Smith living right. He caught that deflected pass for a touchdown last week, and he hangs on to that one while being violated.
Yeah, I mean, the balls can hit his hands a couple times, and he'll still find a way to pull it in.
Sayin eyeballs the defense, gets the snap from Hinsman, fakes a handoff, rolls to his right to throw. He looks, still holds, throws where it's caught by Jeremiah Smith at the Purdue 35. Taken down at the Purdue 33-yard line. Stopped by linebacker Charles Correa. First down, Jeremiah Smith on the catch. Tight ends on each side of the line. Snap to Julian Sayin, fakes the handoff. He'll lift a pass down the left seam toward the end zone for Smith. Caught it right around the 2, where he's knocked down at the 2-yard line. Covered closely by corner Hudari Hines. The Buckeyes in a Giant Eagle red zone, and another amazing catch by Jeremiah Smith. And the first quarter comes to an end. The Buckeyes will be looking at 1st and goal near the end zone. Timeout on the field. Purdue a 3-0 lead. This is Buckeye football from Learfield. 3rd and 8. Ohio State ball officially at their 13. 2 wide to the right for Sayin, who gets the snap out of the gun, drops back at his 4 to pass. He'll throw up the right side, and it's caught at the 23, and out of bounds goes Bryson Rogers around the Purdue 24-yard line, forced out by corner Hidari Hines. That's a first down pickup presented by Kroger. Pistol formation, and now Sayin quickly tosses left side, and it's caught by Brandon Ennis, who scoots up to the 29 of Ohio State, where he is stopped at the 29 by Alex Sanford. Jeremiah Smith goes wide to the left. Ennis will motion wide to the right for Julian Sayin, who looks to throw. Sayin at his 21. Now rolls to his left, throws on the run, caught by Jeremiah Smith, who steps out of bounds at the 36 on his own side of the field. He had a lot of cushion from defenders, but the catch gives the Ohio State a first down.
Had a little pass rush provided by number 91, C.J. Nunnally. Forced him to throw that just out to his left towards the Ohio State sideline.
And Julian Sayin in a pistol. Takes a handoff, sets up to throw. Now he's being chased by a defender, Nunnally running to the left side, and Sayin goes out of bounds at the Ohio State 36-yard line, but defensive end C.J. Nunnally was heating up with the pressure. Sayin eyeballs the defense, gets the snap, screens it right side. Jeremiah Smith at the 50, races to the Purdue 40 and taken down to the Boilermaker 38-yard line by corner Hidari Hines. That's another Ohio State first down. Jeremiah Smith off the line to the left. Bryson Rogers wide right. And West in the backfield with quarterback Julian Sayin, who's going to throw. Sayin stops, looks, fires down the left seam toward the end zone. Smith with a catch for the touchdown. 35-yard strike through the air. Julian Sayin to Jeremiah Smith. Gives the Buckeyes their second TD of the day. And Ohio State has a 13-3 lead over Purdue.
Jeremiah Smith, 10th touchdown of the season in 9 ball games. That time, Julian Sayin rolled out to his left, bought a little extra time with that, allowed Jeremiah Smith to run through the corner and the safety and get open, and he put it right on the money.
Tight ends on each side of the line. One of them, Roberts, moving in motion. Sayin rolling to the right, throws it out where it's caught by Roberts, who falls down at the 10 of Purdue. Nate Roberts had room to run, but he had to lunge to grab that and gather it in and push the ball to the Purdue 10. Carson Hinsman, the center over the ball, snaps it to quarterback Julian Sayin. Sets up at his 13. He shoots that up toward the right sideline for Bryson Rogers. Knocked away near the 50-yard line. Bryson Rogers had a defender, Hudari Hines, cornerback, who had an interception last week, break that one up. Jeremiah Smith and Brandon Ennis wide to the left. James Peoples in the backfield, but Julian Sayin from his 14 is going to throw. Cocks the arm, sends it up the left side where it's caught by Max Clare. He's forced out of bounds around the Ohio State 33-yard line. Clare into the line right. Sayin back to throw. Julian Sayin at his 24. Sayin looking, rolling to the right, gets to the 30. Sayin's going to scoot up to his own 40-yard line. To the 45 where he is forced out of bounds before any contact occurs with safety Taj Rael. And that'll be another first down for Ohio State. There's a 3-pack off the line to the right with Peoples in the backfield, and Julian Sayin gets the snap. Sayin looks to throw. Sayin will dump that out on the right side where it's caught by Max Clare, forced out of bounds at the Ohio State 49 by linebacker Charles Correa. Carson Hinsman snaps it to Julian Sayin. He's going to go on top once again. Short toss to Peoples' right side. He'll get to the Purdue 40 where he's busted out of bounds. Chasing him out was corner Tony Grimes. But that catch by Peoples will give Ohio State another first down with 12 seconds left. Empty backfield for quarterback Julian Sayin. 3 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. Sayin's going to fling it. Sets up at the Purdue 48, tosses out on the right side. Caught Smith, knocked out of bounds at the Purdue 31 on the right side by Grimes, the corner. So that eats up a little bit of that yardage with 8 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, right at the 31-32, and they're going to send the field goal kicker in.
2 other receivers wide to the right, and Smith will now motion to the right. Snap to Sayin, looks to throw, screens at right side. Smith has it at his 21. Gets down to the 30-yard line, and that's all the further he will go as Purdue had him guarded. Bo Jackson again remains a tailback. He's behind Julian Sayin in a pistol formation. Sayin will fake the handoff, look to throw, dumps that out on the left side where it's caught by Max Clare. Tight end gets to the 36 and shoved out of bounds at his own 36 by safety Taj Rael, and it's a first down pickup presented by Kroger. Sayin gets the snap, squats, looks to throw. He'll flip that one up the right sideline, incomplete for Max Clare at the Purdue 35-yard line, and Clare had some pretty good coverage put on him by safety Taj Rael. And he motions wide to the left. Brandon Ennis is wide to the right. And Julian Sayin's going to throw maybe to one of them as he sets his feet. Now Sayin will toss it out on the right side to Bo Jackson, who gets his way to the Purdue 43 before he is taken down. And that should be a first down. That stop gets made by corner Tony Grimes, and the chains will move. Coming wide to the left, Bryson Rogers and Nate Roberts. Robertson now motion to a slot right position. In the backfield is James Peoples next to quarterback Julian Sayin, who sets up to pass. Sayin now moves to his left to avoid a defender, flips that ball incomplete over the head of tight end Wilkaz Merrick at the Purdue 35. 3rd and 5, Ohio State at Purdue's 38. Julian Sayin looks to pass, shoots that up the middle of the field where it's caught by Bryson Rogers, gets to the Purdue 20 where he is taken down at the Purdue 20 by linebacker Manny Powell, but Bryson Rogers with a catch that gives the Buckeyes the first down and gets them in the Giant Eagle red zone. Smith wide right, Ennis wide left. Sayin under center, Carson Hinsman now. Julian Sayin fakes the handoff, looks to throw, dumps it down on the right side to Peoples, blown up and stopped at Purdue's 21-yard line. He had no chance after he collected that pass.
We had 3 offensive linemen out there, and they all whiffed on him.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have some awareness of who's coming. Usually the first guy out is taking the outside edge.
3 wide to the left, 2 wide to the right. On 3rd down, Sayin gets the snap. Sets up to pass inside the Purdue 30. Shoots that up the middle of the field where it's caught. Brandon Ennis taken down at the Purdue 8-yard line. So Brandon Ennis eats up some of that yards. Finally stopped by corner Tony Grimes, but it's a first down. C.J. Donaldson in the backfield to the right of quarterback Julian Sayin, who's got the ball in his hand. Sayin, look, rolls to the right. Sayin still with it, throws back in the middle of the field, and it is intercepted by Purdue. It was intercepted in the end zone. The Boilermakers had C.J. Nunley waiting for that ball to come into his hands, and he picks it off with a touchback. That is the 4th interception thrown by Julian Sayin on the season. Buckeye football brought to you in part by Encova Insurance for auto and home, encircling you with solutions you can trust. Encova, proud sponsor. Buckeyes with the ball at their own 23. And Sayin to throw for the Buckeyes. Sets up at the 15. Looks, dumps it left side. Caught Nate Roberts, and he's taken out of bounds around the Ohio State 26-yard line at their own 17-yard line. Snap to Sayin. Back at his 8 to pass. Sayin looks right, looks left, throws out on the right side where it's caught by Jeremiah Smith. Dances away from a defender at the 15 and is taken out of bounds at the 17. Linebacker Manny Powell was over there to force that play out of bounds. Donaldson to the backfield to the right of quarterback Julian Sayin on 2nd and long. Sayin receives the snap, drops behind his own 10 to throw. He looks, throws up the right side where it's caught by Jeremiah Smith at the 35, taken to the Purdue 40, gains the first down on that grab before finally linebacker Alex Sanford stops Jeremiah Smith, who makes the catch in advancement to move the sticks.
Catch number 10.
Ooh.
Carnell Tate's not there. He goes, I'll eat a little bit more at this table.
And he's feeding well.
Yes.
1:37 and counting, third quarter. Buckeyes got out of a 2nd and long. They're looking at 1st and 10 now at their own 40-yard line. Sayin eyeballs the defense, barks out the call, and Sayin fakes the handoff, sets up to throw. Quickly tosses, and it's caught by Graham, moving right side of the Purdue 30, and Graham's going to be dropped at the 29 of the Boilermakers as he made that grab, and finally he was stopped by Llewellyn, the defensive back, but Mylan Graham out of the state of Indiana makes the catch.
That's his first catch of the ball game. Jeremiah Smith has a career high. It was 9, now it's 10.
Ohio State at Purdue's 14. Hinsman snaps it. Sayin fakes the handoff, looks to throw, shoots out middle of the end zone and overthrows Max Clare, the former Purdue tight end, who got between a couple of defenders but too much on the pass.
Yeah, he just threw a little bit too high there. Again, I think he wanted to get it over that linebacker depth, so he had to put a little bit on and get it vertical.
3rd and 10, Ohio State at Purdue's 14. Sayin out of the shotgun, straight back to pass. Sayin looks, now rolls to left. He's going to be sacked right around the Purdue 28-yard line, and the Boilermakers were able to get that sack racked up by lineman Brian Ishmael, a young man from Princeton High School in Cincinnati.
Almost out of that field goal range, but now they're going to go ahead and they'll spot that at the 26, so this will be within field goal range for Jaden Fielding.
3-receiver package for Ohio State. And now Jackson motions out of the backfield. Sayin looking to throw, sails that up the left side where it's caught by Max Clare just past the 50. He goes out of bounds where he was covered closely, and the officials are going to mark that ball at the Purdue, looks like 45-yard line, the pistol formation. Bo Jackson running back right behind him. And he gets a fake handoff. Sayin looking to throw, dumps it middle of the field, caught by Jelani Thurman, who stood up at the Purdue 14 and stopped by linebacker Manny Powell. But that'll end the business day at Ross-Ade Stadium as Ohio State stays perfect, going to 9-0 and 6-0 in Big Ten play, defeating Purdue 34-10. That's the final score. This is the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.